So you're watching Universal Groove. I got Adrian Carmine here in the house. Really excited to talk to him here, man. It's like I've come across his music, and it was something that was presented to me by Calderon Soul. And he approached me about it and said, hey, man, you got to check out this guy, Adrian Carmine. He just got like a different style. He did like a cover. Adrian did a cover of, I think it's like the Jackson 5. Well, you tell me about the story, how that came about and that particular song.
Never Can Say Goodbye, Jackson 5. Michael Jackson was probably one of the first entertainers that I ever got into. I mean, it was like the late 80s. You know, he was on top of the world. Thriller was everything, bad, even dangerous, off the wall. Later on, when I got into that was, oh my God, you know, just the music. It was the soundtrack to my life. And I just got so into it. I used to dance and pretend I was Michael Jackson. I would have Thanksgiving performances for my family. I got this like VHS tape because before DVDs we used to watch VHS. That's what it was called, kids. And it was Michael Jackson's basically entire story from Motown to whatever year that came out, like 1989 or something, 90. But yeah, I got into the Jackson 5 because I was, you know, a huge Michael Jackson fan. And that video, I forgot what it was called, but yeah, I would watch it religiously, like every single day. And just, it was narrated by James Earl Jones. So Michael Jackson, meeting Michael Jackson. Yeah, it was dope. It was, like, I loved his like Ed Sullivan performance. Like, I think that was the Jackson 5's debut, where he sang "Who's Loving You." And yeah, so I just loved that music. So from like day one, you know, I was 2 years old when I got into it, but yeah, I just loved, like, Jackson 5 is like that's why I do music. So I think I felt it was natural after I released my first song to, like, I felt like doing a cover. I was like, well, what should I do? I don't know. So like, it didn't take too long before I said maybe a Jackson 5 song, you know, because I'm doing soul music, and Motown originated from soul, you know, jazz, R&B. So naturally, I did Never Can Say Goodbye because I just love the chords, the chord progression, and the song.
Yeah, it's a really cool song. The original's cool, but the way you do it, it's just so different. It's like a different vibe. And it's like, I feel like it's like the other side of that song, you know, like the way you do it is just a particular way. So if you haven't heard that song, definitely go check it out. It's just the way that you do it is really beautiful. I want to talk about the EP that's out, kind of kick it off with that. And, you know, these songs on here are so cool. Can you talk about some of the EP itself, putting that together, and how you're putting it together, and what, you know, maybe what programs you're using to put this together? I think that's really important for maybe people to know, like, how you're doing this.
Definitely, I want to know that kind of stuff too. But okay, so the year is 2020. We are locked down. We cannot go to work. We cannot go to school. We can't do anything. We're home. We're stuck. We can't go out to eat. Nothing, you know. I've been in music, I mean, like 20 years now, right? So, and I was also a working individual, working class, whatever. So this actually was probably the best thing that could have happened, because it forced me to become that full-time musician that I always wanted to be. And so I got 2 releases out. I'm like, let's do an EP. It's only natural, you know, that we do that next, and then we'll do an LP and whatever. And so I had the song "Please Don't Go" was released, and it was gaining traction. A lot of people were, it was well received, and I was super grateful and appreciative, and like, hell yeah, they're liking it, you know, because there was a time, you know, I wrote soul music like probably 10 years ago, and showed it to my friends, and they're like, you know, they weren't into it. So what can you do, you know? Well, whatever, I'll just roll with the punches on whatever these guys want to do. And this year, like 2018, 2019, people are starting to do it. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. And I don't think I would have done it without the lockdown because, you know, like again, it literally forced me to become a full-time musician. I would wake up, have my morning coffee, and just go into my studio, which is in my house, luckily. And from there, I just started penning some songs, and one thing led to another, and there was 4 songs with a little harmonic intro, and voila, the EP, the Adrian Carmine EP.
That's so cool, man. And, you know, I think a lot of people with this year, even for myself, you know, doing like the interviews and stuff, I've kind of looked at things a different way. And you putting together that album under like these circumstances, that's freaking, man, that's really cool that you've done that. And I think a lot of people, although they may not know about it, I know you have a pretty good following as far as like on YouTube. A lot of people are listening to your stuff. I want to see that transition for you to kind of give you more love, man, because these songs are like really cool. And we kind of talked about it, you know, before we started recording is, you know, I feel like your vibe is completely like it's soul, but it's like a different vibe. It's like smooth. It's like chill. Like you can just like vibe out to it. It's not like just so straightforward. It's really raw. And I love that about that, you know, about what you do there. So can you kind of explain like your style a little bit, like where you get that from?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I think it's just raw emotion, you know. It comes from a place of legitimate life experience, heartbreak, love, laughter, happiness. And it just, I mean, you know, I'm not a good faker, so if I try to do something like, I don't know, something I wasn't feeling, I don't think you would believe me, and I don't think I would even, you know, I wouldn't even believe it to back it myself. So I feel like it just comes from just being a human being. Just we can all relate in the sense of all the, you know, all the human emotions, experiences, and everything. So I think that's one of the big reasons that people are connecting.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely connecting on what you're doing. It's like so cool. And then another thing that I seen early on was your cover of your record. It was yourself as a kid singing, which I was like, seriously, like I was praying. I'm like, man, I hope this is him, man. I hope it ain't just some neighbor kid. Like I really hope this is him singing like on that cover. So can you tell the people a little bit about that cover and just kind of the backstory of, you know, maybe you singing at some of these parties?
Definitely. Yes, that is me, 100%. That's one of our many, you know, Mexican party gatherings. We had a mariachi over, and I was performing the song Por Tu Maldito Amor by Vicente Fernandez. And I was saying, because my dad's a musician, he plays guitar. That's a big part of where I got it from. He used to play and I used to perform. I remember when that song dropped, it was everything to everyone, and I memorized it. I had the little cassette. I would just rewind it and play it again and sing along, rewind it, play, till it just erased. But yeah, so this is a party I was singing at, and I used to sing it as a young child, you know, with no problem. But when I hit like 9 or 10 years old, I would start crying when I sang it. And that's the picture. I'm in like mid-cry singing it, belting it out, but getting through it. And just seeing the reaction, you know, then these grown-ups start crying too. They're just watching it and like they're just taking it all in and throwing dollars. And yeah, so that picture is, because the song is called Too Early for a Love Song, right? So it was only fitting that I used that picture of being a kid. You know, like, what do you know about love? You know, you're a kid. So I was just like a natural, like, oh, of course I'm gonna pick this photo. So that's how that came to be the cover for the single.
That is like seriously like the best cover I've seen in a long time. I think there's like one cover that I could almost compare that to, and it's like the Libertines. Like I don't know if you've ever seen that cover, but that cover was like really like, wow, like that's just a weird, cool cover. But that picture of you is just like so fucking, you can just see the emotion, like, you know what I mean? It just brings like those songs too. It like, it all, when I listen to the song and I'm looking at your the cover, I'm like, fuck yeah, like this is emotional shit, you know, this is really good stuff, and it just brings it to life. And that's what I really love about, you know, rock and music, is like the art behind the music. I always feel that that's like really big to me. Like when I'm listening to the band and I can look at the album, look at, you know, what the artwork that they did for this particular album, it just kind of all ties in. It brings me to that place when I'm listening to it. And that picture just really brings me like right back to like, wow, this is some emotional stuff. And it's so good, man.
You go.